everyone, it's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Friday. It's Good Friday, it's Good News Day, and I'm excited to be here to report some much needed good news because I know we could all really use it. I know I could, and that's why I do the show every week because I need good news. I need to be reminded that there's still good people out there, that life is not all politics, that life is not all just dread and doom and gloom and war and this and that. It's also kind humans, cute animals, birds singing, turtles loving, all of the things. You know what you know what I'm saying. So we are here to talk about good news, such as dogs being adopted, super dogs, real life super dogs saving entire villages. We've got people, good Samaritans, good humans rescuing other people. We have so much good news to talk about. A lot of good stuff. People being rescued, kittens being rescued, messages in bottles, messages on toilet paper rolls, all sorts of good stuff. That's what we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. So hang in there, guys. We are going to talk about a lot of good things. That's what we do over here. We talk about good things. So before we get started, make sure you smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. We are streaming across all three platforms, the major ones, which is, of course, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. We got Rumble with not a lot of people in the Rumble chat. But we got cutting stunts in there. Well, what's up? We got psychotic mongoose in there. What's going on? We got Darren over there. And psychotic mongoose just gifted a membership to the chat. So thank you, psychotic mongoose, for being psychotic. I love you. We are also streaming on Twixx. We're everywhere. We also got Steel Leg. Steel Leg is here. Member for 30 months. That's a long time. Thank you, man. Says, thanks for always being there for me and everyone. You are one of the kindest ladies out there. Have a blessed day. Can never thank you enough. Oh, Steel Leg. That's so sweet. You're going to hate me today, though, because I'm going to be talking about Superman news. And I know you don't like Superman, but like the new one, the new movie. But I really liked it. So, yay! Hopeful Superman. So don't get too lovey-dovey with me, Steel Leg. I know you're not going to like me after this. I'm just teasing. We're buddies. It's okay. It's okay to disagree once in a while. It's all good. What else did I see that was good news? Okay, so usually I don't like to talk about politics on here. And I don't usually talk about politics. And this isn't really political related, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. But I thought it was extremely good news. And that is that Stephen Colbert's show has been canceled. And I was like, thank God. So the no more late night show with Stephen Colbert. And I think that's pretty good news. And I'm sorry if you guys are fans of Stephen Colbert, but man, I don't like that guy. So I was like, thank God. Cannot stand that dude. So that was good news. A little bit on the line of stuff we talk about on the show, but you know. What is that? Hold on. Let's see. Steel Lake says, Nina, I was surprised today Superman if he wasn't afraid of green rocks. Super chatted me $50. So now I can buy my first gimbal for my channel. That's great. I don't know what the hell gimbal is, but have fun. Russell Hall is here. Oh shoot. I gotta read those before I highlight that. I wish to let's see. What is happening? Did Russell Hall get hacked or something? He says Russell Hall for $5 says, I wish to testify. Russell Hall was cynical. He was blackpilled on life, believing there wasn't enough love or hope or goodness left in the world. Continues, but Russell Hall was wrong. Did Russell Hall get hacked? Russell, I can't see you. I would say like blink if you've been kidnapped or something and we need to help you. Or how are we supposed to find out what's happened to Russell? I feel this is weird. I'm weirded out, guys. Is anyone else weirded out or concerned? I'm a little concerned. Hi, Spike. What's up, Courtney? I don't know, man. I don't know if that's Russell maturing. I feel like either that's like a trap he's laying for later, or he's been hacked or kidnapped or something. I don't know. I don't believe that was Russell Hall. It feels weird. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh, Russell Hall. Russell Hall is lying to everybody. That's never been a thing. I don't know what he's talking about. All right. And the other shoe just dropped. So Russell Hall for $5 says, when Cecil's car broke down, I didn't even know Cecil's car broke down. I mean, I found out yesterday because I saw him posting like something like a bike ride or something like that. I was like, what? He says the women of CG, which I'm not one of, by the way. I'm not Comic Skates. So I don't know what he's talking about. Women like Nina Infinity selflessly volunteered to shoot an extremely tasteful nude calendar to help him. That is not true. Mm. That is not true. So I have not volunteered for whatever this is. I don't think any women in CG have volunteered for this because there's like 4 women in CG, like Anna, Yanzi, and Mandy. That's 3. Like there is 3 women. And somehow I doubt that all 3 married women would do a nude calendar for and I it's really sweet that you guys consider me CG. That is really sweet. Am I one okay, fine. Let's say even if I was a CG lady, I'm also married. So I hardly doubt that anybody out there is like even considering doing something like this. But nice try, Russell. You got to give the guy credit. You got to give the guy credit. So nice try, but no.
How about no?
Russell Hall for $2 as well. Russell Hall's spirit is crushed now. Oh, you know what? There is one more mint salad. That's right. Borg pork. Mint salad would definitely do it. I could see Mint doing it. Mint would probably be the only one. So there you go. You have your volunteer, Russell. You should go and talk to Mint Salad. Russell Hall for 2. It's a cruel world. I know. I'm sorry. You sound like Reverend Lovejoy in that Simpsons episode. It's all over, people. We don't have a prayer. Russell Hall for 2. There's no hope, people. No hope at all. That's not true. There is lots of hope, infinite hope, in fact. And that's what we're going to be talking about on this show. we're going to be talking about stuff like this. Puppy power. Canine and new Superman movie spurs pet adoption interest. This is so cute and awesome. Like I said, I liked Superman, the movie, a lot. Unfortunately, I did not like the character Crypto. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Superman review. It is available on this channel, so you guys check out my thoughts on it. But I thought this was cute. James Gunn actually tweeted it out as well. So searches for adopt a pet or adopt a dog near me on Google increased 513% after Superman starring Crypto releases in the U.S. And it says more than 450 pets were adopted across the U.S. during the first 10 days of July when Warner Bros. The studios, which released Superman, collaborated with Best Friends Animal Society to cover animal adoption fees. That's kind of really awesome of them to do. But they did put out a statement saying that the hype will fade, but your dog will stay. So make sure that you're ready to give them time, care, and training they need and deserve. Which is a good statement to make because you should never start adopting pets just as a fad. But still, if more dogs get adopted and find forever homes, that's a good thing. So yay! Yay for doggies. Yay for superhero doggies. And you know what? There's definitely also a real life doggy that we have to talk about. This was really, really cool. Real life doggy saves an entire village. Heroic dog Rocky alerts Indian village of oncoming landslide, saving dozens of lives. This is an absolutely beautiful story of a doggy that does doggy things like rescuing people. Here's the little pupper, so cute. Can I get a lot of cryptos in the chat? You gotta get some crypto emojis in the chat here. We're talking about Superdog, little Rocky hero. Good job, Rocky. So cute. And the story goes, lights were out the mountain village of Siati, in northern India, but one resident clearly wasn't interested in going to sleep. Well past midnight on the 26th, Rocky the dog sat on the ground floor of a home in Himachal Pradesh state, barking and howling loudly. June being monsoon season in India, rain was teeming down, but Rocky's owner, Lait Kumar, could hear the dog through his sleep and the weather. I was woken by my dog's strange barking as if he was trying to warn me, Lalit said. When I reached him, I saw a huge crack in the wall and water pouring in. An awful thing to find so late at night. But when Lalit went downstairs to wake the rest of the family, that's when he saw it, a wall of onrushing water and earth coming down the mountain towards the town. Grabbing the dog and his family, he ran along the street, waking neighbors until 22 families had assembled and fled to high ground. Moments later, the landslide arrived and wrecked 12 out of the 17 homes in the village in the wave of mud and debris. 67 people lived there, each and every one owing their lives to Rocky the dog, whom Kumar had gotten from his brother just 3 months before. What an awesome dog. What an awesome story. Thank God. We're going to listen to a little bit of this video that was covering it in India.
Amid incessant rains, flash floods, and landslides in Himachal Pradesh claiming lives, Mandi district was the worst hit, accounting for 17 rain-related deaths. However, during the night tours in the village of Siati, Dharampur, a dog saved as many as 67 lives in the district. The area was witnessing a massive downpour when a dog sleeping on the second floor of Siati resident Narendra's house suddenly started barking loudly and then howling around midnight. Shortly after the villagers took shelter, the village was hit by a landslide, flattening nearly a dozen houses. Today, only 4 to 5 houses are visible in the village. All others are under the debris from the landslide. Kameshwar, एक डॉग की बहादुरी की वजह से भी उसके
There
सतर्क
you
रहने
go. The rest of it is in Indian. So I think is that Punjabi? I don't know what they speak there. But that is the story. Very cool. I just saw Kiss My Groin. This name always makes me laugh. What's up, Kiss My Groin? I also just saw Brass Monkey is here. Brass Monkey, haven't seen him forever. It feels like. What's up, Brazzy? Brazzy's also gifted 5 memberships to the chat. So thank you, Braz Monkey. You are so kind and lovely. Love you, bro. Let's see. Russell Hall sent a couple of super chats while I was reading that story. Okay, one of them I'm not reading. So thank you for the $2, but I'm not reading that, Russell. It's about mint salad. Spike Insanity said only you can prevent Russell's heartbreak. Oh, well, I'm sorry that that's not possible. Russell Hall for 2. He's talking about boobs, something about boobs. And then Russell Hall again for 2. Russell, this is a family show, man. This is supposed to be a family show. We're talking about family things like doggies rescuing people. Wrong show. That's my Wednesday show. So Russell, all of those super chats are extremely appreciated, but I'm not reading them. And in fact, I'm going to give you this.
Stop it. Get some help.
I love you. You know I do. But my God, man, this is supposed to be a family show. You know the rules, Russell. Fridays. This is a family show, Russell. For God's sake. God, go take a cold shower. Jesus. Why is this such a funny super chat? Steel Leg is like, you sure you don't want one of my spare peg legs? My spare legs. LOLs. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good, Steel Leg. I have very little room in this house. I wouldn't even know where to put a peg leg. It just doesn't go with my decor. And honestly, like getting anything to Mexico is hell anyways. So I certainly wouldn't bother you with that. So no. But thank you. Also just that's really funny. It's very very sweet offer. If I ever change my mind though, I will let you know. Okay. Russell Hall for 2. Sigh, hypothetically, which month would you prefer? Okay, so like if we're talking about like just what month is my favorite month in general, I don't know. I like spring. Christmas is always nice. December's always nice. I don't know. I have no idea. I love Halloween. And I love fall and fall colors. Honestly, it depends on where I am and where I prefer the season. So I like every season, you know? So but when I lived in Canada, I hated winter because it was so cold, but now I love winter because it's so warm and everything. So, I don't know. I don't know what month would be my favorite. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe spring, I guess, because spring is pretty. There's flowers everywhere. Uh, rejuvenation of life, all that stuff. So, and I used to have like summer used to be my favorite season when I was in Canada because it became warm. But now summer is my least favorite season because I live in Cancun. It's way too hot, and I want to die. So, it's weird. Russell says Anna will probably want Halloween. How about July? July, I don't know. July is lame. I don't like I said, July is too hot here, and it's not as pretty as spring, and it's not as pretty as fall. So July is lame. So no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And winter is pretty because it has snow. You gave me like the lamest month. God no. Okay. Moving right along. Yeah, see, yes. Mandy Summers gets July. Her summer is in her name. Like she obviously needs summer. Jesus Christ, Russell. Russell, let it go. July is the spiciest month. How about June? How about hold on.
Stop it. Get some help.
You're insane. Oh my God. I apologize to the rest of the audience who has to sit through this god awful sense of humor of Russell's, who is just entire life plan is to derail my show. So moving right along, here is another story about a 13-year-old Russell. So let's keep this PG, please. Who saved a life, you guys. This little man saved a life. 13-year-old hero saves young boy from drowning at Silver Lake. This young man just saved a life. Here we go.
Yeah, they absolutely did. In fact, they went on to say that what happened right here at the end of that dock makes him a hero. They absolutely credit his fast thinking and his bravery for saving that young boy's life.
I didn't have time to process being scared, because if I was scared, then I would have got out of the water. So I just kept going.
From the moment 13-year-old Gage Bryan heard a child was underwater and missing and didn't know how to swim, he bolted down the dock and jumped into Silver Lake in Everett, determined to find him.
I started trying to see anything I could, and I couldn't see anything. It was murky. So I went down back and forth a couple times, and I looked there immediately, and all I see is him cradled. And I started running out of air myself, but I was not going to let him go. So I threw him over me.
He found the boy's lifeless body about 10 feet under the dock. Witnesses said he was underwater for up to 6 minutes. Gage started chest compressions. Everett Fire says 3 nurses did CPR, and fire crews managed to regain the boy's pulse.
It just sucks because like the image is stuck in my head of him being cradled underneath the dock with seaweed surrounding him.
And I think he was meant to be there at the time all this, because they were supposed to be here later during the daytime.
Gage's grandma.
I wish I was here to see it all, but I'm proud. I'm so proud of him.
Grandma, dad, and aunt thankful and proud as Everett Fire thanked him for his heroics.
And I started praying myself. I was like, please God, save this guy. Please save this young man's life. I just want him to have a life. I want him to live long. And I want him to have a healthy life and have a wife and children.
Are you a hero?
I wouldn't say so. I say the people who did CPR and were able to bring him back are the real heroes. I was just a sidekick.
CPR.
Some sidekick, huh? I gotta tell you, this really blew me away. He told me the first thing that he did after that rescue when he got home, he signed up for CPR training. And let's not forget that 11-year-old still in the hospital tonight in critical but stable condition.
Oh, I hope
Reporting
he
live from
recovers.
Silver Lake, I'm Michelle Esteban, Como News.
Wow, man, that is incredible. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. Like whenever news gets me down, these are the stories I try to remember, because I feel like every time, we hear all this bad news, I always want to remind myself that deep down inside, most people would do the right thing when they're put in the situation that they're put in. They would do the right thing, and that's this story. That this young man risked his own life to rescue another kid. That is as pure as humanity gets, to sacrifice yourself for someone else, somebody you don't even know. And I think that's just incredible. It's an incredible thing that humans are capable of achieving. And that's what I like to celebrate on this show. People like that, good humans like that, and good, good on his parents, because obviously they're raising a lovely young man who's going to turn out to be probably a very productive member of society, which he already has been. He saved a life. So yay! Yay! Where's the crypto emoji? Is there not a crypto emoji anymore? Oh. I don't know. I saw people putting it in the chat earlier. I don't know what's going on. Okay. There it is. There it is. Whoop. There it is. What's a dog's favorite musical instrument? The trombone. Ba-dum-bum. Why does this crack me up? Is that DL? Is Kiss McGroin DL? I don't understand what's going on. John Thomas, that does seem to be the case. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have heard YouTube doing weird stuff. That is annoying. Russell Hall for 2 says, okay, fine, April, then I'll move some things around. You know what, Russell? You have fun with your brain calendar or whatever it is you're doing in your own head. Freaking wild, man. I tell you. People are just so weird. Oh boy. John Thomas just became a member. Oh, that's very sweet, John. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you know what? I will share this. So, you guys know how Russell is just Russell is he's how do I say this the nicest way? He is special. he's very special. But you guys know how YouTube has like these chat things now, like the top fans. Well, guess what? For someone who doesn't like good news and who doesn't like good people and stuff, Russell Hall is currently the #1 fan of the chat and of this show. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys are gonna let that happen and you're gonna let that slide. But I feel like, I mean, he needs some shout outs for this. Right now, he's sitting at like the top of the list, you guys. I mean, by a mile. Because it says like that, the next one is Brad's Monkey here. At #2. But Russell is #1 and holding it fast at 1675 XP. Wow. He's my biggest fan tonight. So special. I think it's just like chatting, and then I think people get like more XP if you super chat or something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing this. I have no idea what's going on. It's just basically chatting. And I think it's super chatting. I think that's what's going on. He is the number one. He's the king of the chat right now, you guys. He, say what you want about Russell, but he's the king of the chat right now. Just saying. Just saying. The Beast is here. What's up, the Beast? Member for 18 months. Aloha, all you good humans. Blessings on you all. Hello and aloha to you, the Beast. The Beast. Stephanie was on my show a couple weeks ago, and she said she went to Hawaii and that she loved it. And I thought of you. I love this, DL. That's funny, DL. That was funny. Russell Hall for 2 says, Raz Monkey, ha! Russell eats number 2s for breakfast. Wow, that is not something that you want to be advertising, Russell. Achilles Jones for 2 burp. Sorry. Ooh, excuse you, sir. Thank you. The Beast is here again for $2. Says nobody's gonna find out. Fangirl Russell. Nobody is gonna out fangirl Russell. That's true. It's true. Rachel Hall. Rachel's my biggest fan, everybody. Oh my God. Okay. Next story. Moving right along. Oh no. Oh no. Look, ads. Don't call me out, ads. Ads. There's a lot of times that I want to say certain things, but I'm trying to keep this show PG-13, man. At least PG-13. PG. I tell you, man. A lot of times I gotta just bite that tongue. I gotta bite that tongue. I tell ya, it's not easy. It's not easy, people. Here's the next story here. Moving right along to mother and daughter saved by stranger and kayaking catastrophe. You guys, I love kayaking, but this is scary. Yay, I don't have to read. Here we go.
And say they're alive today thanks to the selflessness of a stranger. WDBJ7's Lindsay Cook tells us about their kayaking trip gone wrong and the man who rescued them.
It was a peaceful day on the New River Water Trail until disaster for a mother and daughter who were kayaking. But they credit their survival that day to the kindness of one stranger.
I'm sure he didn't expect that's how his day was going to go either, that he was going to have to save 2 women, you know.
Kayaking isn't anything new for Tammy Rakes and her daughter, Brittany Dauphin. But after a recent trip on Saturday, they're not sure if they'll ever pick up their paddles again.
Oh my
We've been
gosh.
out here, we've done it for years, living in Giles, and just another regular day for us until catastrophe.
After battling 2 sets of rapids halfway through their trip, Dauphin's kayak quickly started filling with water.
And I turned
That's scary.
to look back to see where Brittany was at. And at that point, I noticed her kayak upside down, and I saw her little head bob up beside of him on his tube. And I was like, oh, thank God somebody's helping her.
This stranger quickly turned into a savior, helping Rakes after her kayak also began filling with water, even surrendering his own tube.
Anyway, at that point, I was able to get on out and get to safety. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know what I would have done.
On shore and in shock, the two women thanked the man before their own family came to help. Dauphin scoured social media to find the mystery man, eventually connecting with him. He asked not to be identified, but both women say they're endlessly grateful for his act of kindness.
Just for him to take the
Anonymous.
time out of his day and their family trip to help us meant a whole lot. Especially save my daughter.
In Giles County, Lindsay Cook, WDBJ7.
Aw. He wanted to remain anonymous, which makes him even a better good human because he didn't even want recognition for rescuing people. That's just what heroes are made of. Yay, good humans. I love it. I love it. What's up, Grim? How you doing? Russell Hall and Ads are having a great conversation in the chat. Look, if you want spicy Nina, it's usually on Wednesdays. And Russell knows that. This is why I tell him to get out whenever he does stuff like this here. Because he knows my Wednesday shows are the spicy shows. And that's why I gotta tell him to, you know. I can't find any of my It's like wrong show. Aww. I love this. Gabby13 says, Nina, thanks for spreading positivity. Loads of YouTube channels all focus on and just the negative stuff. Love from Scotland. Well, hello. Hello, Scotland. Hello, Gabby. And thank you for saying this because that is my goal to, bring some balance to the positivity and to the negativity on YouTube and create this show so we can talk about good things. So thank you, Gabby. That's very kind of you. Appreciate it. Russell Hoffer too says, you tell me to get out on every show. That's because you don't behave. You don't behave. You're like a bad dog. You're like Crypto. You're like Crypto and Superman. Pissing all over the damn place. Like, get outside. That's true. We had the same thought. TZ Burton says, too much negativity. I get caught up in it too, especially watching Toxic Man Flu on Comics Division channel. He is a flu bug, by the way. Wow. Toxic Man Flu getting called out. Comics Division and Toxic Man Flu are both awesome. Just wanted to say that. Okay, next story. And this one, I'm going to apologize for having to read. So here we go. Lost for 12 days in the Outback, German backpacker found alive in miracle rescue. You guys, that's insane. The Outback. Everything can kill you in Australia. Everything. After nearly 2 harrowing weeks lost in the remote Western Australian bush, 26-year-old backpacker Carolina Wilga has been found alive and is now recovering in Perth Hospital. Her survival story is being hailed as nothing short of a miracle. There she is. Oh, cute teddy. Carolina was discovered Friday afternoon by the local farmer Tanya Henley walking barefoot along a remote, unsealed road more than 19 miles from where she had abandoned her van. The vehicle had become bogged deep within the Karoo Hill Nature Reserve, a remote and rugged area about 150 kilometers from the town of Beacon. In her first public statement since her rescue, Carolina shared that after losing control of her van and crashing down a slope, she suffered a significant head injury, disorienting her disoriented from the accident. She left the van despite having food, water, and clothing and became lost in the bushland. That's just unfortunate. I'm simply beyond grateful to have survived, she wrote. The thought of all the people who believed in me and searched for me and kept hoping for me gave me the strength to carry on during the darkest moments. During my darkest moments. Authorities say Carolina endured 11 nights in the wild, facing freezing nighttime temperatures, a foot injury, and relentless mosquito bites. Oh my God, I can just picture it. Oh, it's so itchy. Oh, those hurt. She managed to survive on limited supplies and collected water from puddles in the rain. At night, she sought shelter where she could inside, including a cave. Inspector Martin Glenn of the WA Police described the area as extremely challenging, both due to its harsh landscape and wildlife. He praised Carolina's resilience and bravery, calling the outcome a great result for everyone involved. Police had launched a broad search effort, eventually locating her abandoned van using aerial surveillance. Tracks and recovery tools around the vehicle indicated that she had made several attempts to free it on the same day. Police expanded their ground search. Carolina was found entirely by chance. This is her van that she had abandoned. I was coming back from Beacon to pick up a trailer, said Tanya Hanley, who owns the remote cattle property Bemidji Station? Bemidji? She was on the side of the road waving her hands. Hanley, whom Carolina now calls her rescuer and angel. Oh, she is. Here, let me show you what she looks like. And it could have been days before another person was traveling on the road where she found Miss Wilga. In her message of thanks, Carolina said that she had previously struggled to find her place while traveling far from home, but now feels deeply connected to the people of Western Australia. Her full statement is this. First and foremost, I want to express my huge thank you from the bottom of my heart. A thank you that truly becomes from the depth of my soul. Of course. I mean, can you imagine? Of course. For all the incredible support during the search for me. Previously, I didn't know where my place was in a culture on the other side of the world to my own, but now I feel a part of it. I'm deeply impressed by the courage, helpfulness, and warmth that has been shown to me here. Western Australia has taught me what it really means to be part of a true community. Here, humanity, solidarity, and care for one another are truly what matter. And in the end, that's what counts the most. Well, I mean, you kind of have to because everything kills you over there. So everybody has to band together. I'm certain that I survived only thanks to the incredible outpouring of support. The thought of all the people who believed in me and searched for me and kept hoping for me gave me the strength to carry on during my darkest moments. For this, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, especially to the police investigators, searchers, and German consulate, the medical staff, and wonderful nurses who took care of me with so much compassion. My deepest thanks also goes to the single person who simply thought of me, and of course, to my rescuer and angel, Tanya. Some people might wonder why I left my car when even though I had water, food, and clothing there. The answer is I lost control of the car and rolled down a slope. And in the crash, I hit my head significantly. And as a result, the accident, I left my car in a state of confusion and got lost. I'm simply beyond grateful to have survived. Thank you, Australia. You're amazing. I would probably be singing a different tune about Australia if I had to survive there in the bush for 12 days. I'd be like, get me the hell out of here. I'm never going there, just generally speaking, because I'm scared. But I can understand why she would be so connected to that place now. And like, you know, she was saved, and all those people helped to save her. That's an incredible story. Let me see if I there was a picture of this lady on another thing that they had written about her, but I can't find it now. Oh well. Well, anyway, you guys get the story. She's a good human. So yay. And yay. Yay, she got rescued. There is hope. There's always hope. Achilles is here. Hi, Achilles. Thank you for the 10 euros. Says, let me burp once, Dina. I'm repairing my motorbike while watching you and doing manly stuff. Ooh, with a nice drink. Woman is out having girls' night out. Ooh, so peaceful now, and it's still great weather. Very nice, Achilles. Sounds like a lovely evening. I love when dudes do manly stuff like fixing motorbikes and like, get greasy, getting their hands all greasy and dirty. Just like, when they have like grease on their face. So like, just getting down and dirty, fixing things. It's nice. It's nice to hear. Very nice. And girls' night out is always awesome. I love girls' night out. So thank you for the super chat. Very kind of you. John Thomas said YouTube unmembered me. WTF? So I'm back. Thank you, John. Thank you. You're really sweet. Russell Hall, you tell me to get out on every show. I think I got that already, but thank you. Yes, I do, because you need to behave. I'll behave. What's up, Pepina? How you doing? Pepina says, you never bore me with the rescue stories and vids. Aw, that's great, because we have more. Because get ready. There's more. There's more good humans rescuing people. There's more good humans rescuing people. Achilles is cripping up on Russell Hall there as the #1 fan. Just want to put that out there. Here we go. Next story. This is crazy. This is what happens when people are just being themselves, being good people. A family was trapped in a fire. He braved a 6'4" ledge to save them. This happens in France. Look at this dude saving people. So there's definitely a video, and we're going to watch this, and then we will talk about the story. Here we go.
Qui va récupérer le bébé là. Voilà, c'est une photo juste à côté. C'est bon, il a le bébé dans les bras. Au nom de Dieu, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ils sont au 6e étage. Là, ils vont faire sortir les garçons.
We're gonna rescue
oui, il y a un autre bébé encore. Il y a 2 bébés? Il y avait 2 bébés. Lui, il doit avoir 1 an, je pense. Ok. Miskin.
Oh my God, there's another kid.
Et je peux dire quoi? Personne ne sautait là pour l'instant. Là, pour l'instant, personne n'a sauté.
Oh my God.
Là, c'est bon. C'est bon. Au 6e, tout le monde est sorti.
This is wild, people. This is wild. Let me go back to the story. Hold on. Now we're going to get the details of what happened. So, before Fusouenu Samba Kise became a national hero in France, he did heroic work of a different kind as a caretaker for the public middle schools in Paris. On Friday, Kise came home from a week of work and wanted only one thing: to rest. But as he told the French public radio, he heard nearby fire alarm and went to investigate. Through his neighbor's apartment, he saw a woman and children trapped by the flames inside their apartment, desperately calling for help. Through the window, he jumped into action, climbing onto the ledge on the 6th floor, where he was able to grab the children from the window of the burning apartment and carry or help them to safety, which we just watched. In all, Kise helped save 6 people that day, 2 adults and 4 children, including 2 infants, according to the French news outlet. A neighbor recorded the act of bravery and posted it online during Kise turning Kise into an overnight celebrity and earning him the attention of the French government. Kise told Radio France he felt proud of what he did, and said that in the moment he did not hesitate. They had to be saved. That's it. I didn't hesitate. I jumped automatically, he said, adding that he didn't think about the dangers at all. Paris Police Chief Laurent Nunez said Kise will receive a medal at the ceremony Sunday for courage and devotion to honor his brave and heroic action. French President Emmanuel Macron called Kise on Tuesday to congratulate him and invite him as a guest of honor to the upcoming Bastille Day parade on July 14th, according to a recording of the call published by the outlet Brut. The city of Paris called him our Parisian hero. Recounting the day on Radio France, Kise said that he quickly realized that the fire started on the floors below, but that 2 families were trapped by the thick smoke on the 6th floor. Video of the scene shows a large group of people gathered below, looking up at the fire and the people stuck in the apartment. A neighbor can be heard in the video speaking with emergency services and describing the rescue attempt led by Kise. There were a lot of people down there watching them, filming them, screaming for help, he said, adding that his split-second decision to go out on the ledge wasn't calculated. I went on an instinct, he said. It's still, it's the heart telling you, no, you have to go. In the video posted by the city, Kise had jumped out the window when he saw the woman holding out her baby, hoping for someone to come and help. He said that he only realized afterwards the potential danger he had faced. I was facing a void from the 6th floor where I could fall. It wasn't easy. So afterward, I gave a seriousness of the situation. I felt happy. Saving a life, even if it's just one person, but especially several people at the same time, is something magnificent. I mean, you could say that again. That's crazy. Like, it's not even just one thing to save one person. He saved multiple people and like babies, like infants. French media outlets reported that Kise does not have a French citizenship, but has a residency permit allowing him to work. He told Radio France that he works as a contractor for the city of Paris and middle school, and that he cannot be hired full-time because he's not a French citizen. He said that he hopes that this act of bravery could help resolve his situation. That's funny because, I mean, he's talking to the president. He's probably going to earn that. Kise is not the first man to become an overnight sensation for heroic rescue that went viral. In 2018, the 22-year-old Mamoudou Gassama also met Macron and was feted by the city of Paris after passerby recorded him scaling 4 stories of an apartment building to rescue a child dangling from the balcony, earning him the nickname Spider-Man of Paris. Gassama, an undocumented immigrant from Mali, had been in France for only a few months at the time of the rescue. 4 months later, he became a naturalized citizen, French citizen in recognition of his efforts that day. In 2023, he told Radio France that he was living peacefully with his family in the suburb of Paris and working as a security guard in bars and restaurants. My life changed, he said. But while stories like Gassama's are inspiring and uplifting, some critics have chastised the government for rewarding immigrants who perform heroic acts by granting them citizenship, while millions of others are wait years for a decision from the French authorities on the immigration status. To extraordinary migrants, the homeland is grateful. What of others? Wrote a French newspaper, Libération, at the time. What an interesting way to end an article, because of course the media is going to have to take it there. Where that they could have just focused on this man like rescuing a bunch of babies and people, but they had to make it about, migrants and stuff like that. I think that's a really bad way of reporting a story like this, because a story like this, you want to just focus on somebody who was a hero, which this man was. I don't care if it was a migrant or not. This man just rescued a bunch of people. That's incredible. That's what he should be recognized as, a hero, which he is. And that's where I stand on it. And I really don't care about the French, immigration situation. So I just don't think it has anything to do with the story, other than the fact that he's probably going to get one now because he talked to the French president. That's how it goes sometimes. You're placed in a right place at the right time. You choose the right action, and sometimes you are rewarded by the universe, and that's a good thing in my book. Exactly. Typical reporting. I feel like that was just a lame way to report that story, because really at the end of the day, what mattered was that man saved lives, and that's what really matters. Ads for $2 says, Nina makes me so happy. Oh, that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to do. So make sure, if you want to make me happy, guys, just smash the like. Smash the like, share the stream, and after the show is over, leave a comment to let YouTube know, the algorithm know that you like this show. So please, please, please just smash the like and let the algorithms know that you like this show. You want to see more good news. Ads again for another 5 says, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Oh, I love that. I love Walt Disney. Gamer Gramps for $2 says, any chance there's a happy story in America? There is definitely a happy story in America. We just went through one where that little boy was rescuing someone. But here's another one here. I believe, is this one American? Let me see. Here's, I think this other one, this one's British. This is Canadian and Irish. Which one is this one? This one is American. So we have definitely one coming up that's American. Oh, here we go. This is an American story. Here we go, Gamer Gramps. Get ready. Get ready. This next story is going to be American. It's from Los Angeles. Los Angeles. It's going to happen in just a second. Let me just get these super chats, and then we're going to go right into that. Russell Hall for 2. That's what happens when you ignore chirps. Oh, like the chirping of the smoke detector. Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't do that. Magnum Norris is here for $5. Says, I'm back. Hooty hoo. Love you, Nina. Long time no speaky. Hi, Magnum Norris. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ads for 5 says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Lausu. I love that quote. That's a good quote. 200 Watt Studios is here. Happy Friday. You do something new with your hair? Nope. It's the same hair. It's the same hair. Nothing new. The same old, same old. Why is there something going on with that? That doesn't. What does it look weird? What's wrong with it? It's the same hair. It's like that song. Reminds me of that hippie song. What was it? Hair, 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 long, beautiful hair. I like that song. Hair, 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 hair. All right, I'll stop now. 201. Oh, wait. Russell Hall. Russell Hall for 2 says, yes, I believe she curled it. These are natural curls, Russell. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Russell? This is as natural's gonna get. All right. Here we go. People rescuing people. People saving lives. This story is from Los Angeles. All 31 workers rescued after tunnel collapse in Los Angeles. That's messed up. Actually, I don't have to read this story, so thank God. Here we go.
Breaking news, 31 workers rescued after a tunnel collapse in Wilmington. This is a live look at a much calmer scene tonight.
It was a massive rescue operation. Earlier, we saw workers being pulled up in these yellow cages.
And we are getting new information about the tunnel collapse. KCAL News reporter Tom Waite is there. And Tom, you just heard from the mayor.
We did. The mayor spoke here, as well as a number of other officials, including the congressman who represents this area. We also spoke to a woman whose husband was in the collapsed tunnel area and was rescued. You can imagine how frightened she was. We'll have her interview in just a little bit. But let me walk you through kind of what happened tonight. A terrifying scene, really. And even the public officials that came here tonight echoed that, saying that they feared the worst when they heard about this collapse. Around 8 o'clock, the call came in from just behind me here in Wilmington. The Clearwater Tunnel Project. It's a project being built 7 miles long. The idea is to create a better environmental drainage system for wastewater here in the area. Now, it's unclear exactly how deep this tunnel was because we're getting different reports from the officials here on the scene. One official told us 200, one official told us 400, but needless to say, these workers were several hundred feet underground. They were working on the boring machine that is boring this big deep hole from one end to the other, that 7-mile stretch. Around the 5 to 6 mile area, that's where the workers were when part of the tunnel, the lining of it, collapsed. They're not exactly sure what caused that, but debris came down. Some of the workers had to be pulled out of the debris. There were rescuers that went inside to pull them out. They rode sort of like what's a train, they said, basically, that took them all the way back to the other end of the tunnel, and then they were brought up through what they call bird cages, those sort of like cage-looking things that you see or that you just saw on your screen. So all of these folks, okay, 31 in total, workers and the rescuers total.
That's scary,
They
man.
checked them out on scene, did a medical checkup. Obviously, a lot of relief. Take a listen as Mayor Bass here on the scene just a few moments ago.
I was so concerned that we were going to find tragedy. Instead, what we found was victory. All of the men that were in that tunnel rescued up safe. I am feeling very, very good that this is a great outcome in what started as a very scary evening.
Thank God, man.
We spoke with several people who had relatives who were in the tunnel. One person was a mother who had 3 sons that's working on this project. Another woman, as I said, whose husband was inside, and she got the call from him.
I ran over here and I asked the police, please let me through. And my husband's in there, and I just want to know if he's okay. And they said they couldn't give me any information, and they don't have service in the tunnel, so I know I wasn't gonna get a call from him. But then as I'm sitting here waiting for him, he called and he said he's out and everything's gonna be okay. So
Aw.
I gotta hear from him.
That's so sweet.
That woman also
you
telling us that,
guys.
when her husband goes to work, she doesn't know if he's going to come home. This is a very scary thing, she says, when they go into that tunnel. Again, those men, all of the
scary.
men were told, operating that big boring machine that is, drilling this massive hole. And we just don't know right now what the cause of the collapse was or how far the project will be set back. They were hoping to finish it
Wow.
by the end of the year. But for now, reporting live here in Wilmington, I'm Tom Waite, KCAL News.
Tom, thank you. Let's bring in now KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers, who's been following this from the start.
And Mike, you are learning more about exactly what this project is all about.
Yeah, Pat and Rita, you heard Tom mention it a little bit. This is an LA County sanitation project. This is a facility there in Wilmington that treats wastewater and then sends that treated wastewater back into the ocean. I want to show you some of the screen images here from.
I'm going to let this play out because I had questions about what this project was after I watched that story. So I'm just going to let this guy explain what this exactly is. But the main essence of the story is that those people were rescued, which is great. But just for those of you who have questions about what this project is, this guy's going to explain it.
The website of the company that does this. This is the facility here. The project, as Tom mentioned, called Clearwater, uses a boring machine, as you heard Tom mention, to dig through the surface of the earth. You can see here on your screen some of the images and projects, what they're doing. Now, according to LA County Department of Sanitation, the goal here...
That thing looks crazy, man. Technology, I tell you, it's gotten crazy.
Is to replace two older and smaller tunnels that go from here in the Wilmington area out to the ocean in San Pedro. So what they were doing was building this tunnel. As Tom mentioned, it is a 7-mile project. They were about 6 or so miles complete, and the breakdown was at mile 5 of this tunnel. So again, as Tom mentioned, it's unclear exactly what caused that breakdown to happen, but this project was a very, very large-scale project that until tonight, many of us had no idea was underway there in the Wilmington area. But you can see this boring machine. It's very, very similar. It's almost exactly the same as what Metro uses to dig subway tunnels. We've got that extension going on near the Wilshire area. That's exactly what they're doing here. But in this situation, it is for that sewer project that is going from Wilmington there where the wastewater treatment facility is all the way down to the ocean in San Pedro, guys.
Wow.
Mike, thank you.
Crazy. So there you go. There's a story of people being rescued. I like people being rescued. And Darren's here for $10. Thank you. Says your hazard pay for dealing with some folks. Thanks, Darren. You're the best. Thank you, mod extraordinaire. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. 201 Studios for $2 says nothing wrong with it. You look beautiful. Which Russell Hall was quick to point out and call him a simp. And I would like to remind everybody that Russell Hall is currently the #1 simp of the chat. So I'm not sure why he's calling out different people. Because you are the #1 fan of the chat, Russell. Sitting high at #1. Ads is closing in. He closing in, but I don't know, man. For someone who's the #1 fan, I wouldn't be calling anybody a simp if I was you. Just saying. Just saying, Russell. But on a serious note, though, thanks for all the super chats, Russell. Thanks for supporting the show. And then we got ads coming up over here. Thank you for the 5. Says it's never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot. Ooh, I like that. That's a good quote. He also followed up with another $5. Thank you. Says do the best you can. No one can do more than that. John Wooden. Ooh, that's also a good quote. Thank you. Ads for 2 to Russell Hall is the GOAT. Wow. Well, at least you got one fan over here, Russell. I agree. I agree with you, Courtney. Russell's a good boy deep down. I agree. I think like deep down, he's a good soul. He's just, he's just a little lost. But I think he's a good soul too. I think he's a good boy deep down. 200 Watt Studios is here for $5. Says, if simp means I'm an admirer of the ultimate and feminine beauty, then it's a moniker I'll gladly accept. Oh. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Here is another story, and I believe this is also American. It's from Alaska. It says, commuter returns to rescue lost kitten she saw trapped alone between train tracks. Oh my God. I will tell you this because I vetted this story. And I love the fact that they went back. But I wouldn't be able to leave. Like, I would be like, I'm going there right now. Like, I don't know how she was able to even leave to begin with. I mean, I'm glad she went back. But I would be like, I'm not leaving without this kid. So this is the story here. Here we go.
A tour guide heard a kitten in distress while on the Alaska Railroad recently and tried to help it.
Maybe there's
Willow. Portia Duke first heard the kitten crying while stopped in Willow on the way from Denali to Whittier. She saw the little one stuck on the track, saying she was too small to get over the edges. Duke and some passengers were worried about the kitten. She tried to get off the train, but based on the train schedule, she would have been left behind. Duke says she dreamed about the little girl all night. After about 18 hours since she discovered the kitten, she decided to go look for it the next day with her boyfriend.
I was like, well, we got to go, and either we find her and that'll be great, or we don't, and we can tell ourselves that maybe her mom came back, but at least we'll have an answer. And there was really just no thought in our head that she would actually still be there. And there she was, still meowing.
The kitten was taken to the vet where she was found to be dehydrated, yet mostly healthy, besides a few scabs on her tail. The vet says she's about 3 to 4 weeks old. Duke thinks at least 5 trains had driven over the area between when she saw the kitten and rescued her. Duke and her boyfriend haven't decided if they're going to keep the kitten, who they call Willow, but say other railroad employees are happy to give her a forever home.
Oh my God, keep
so
her.
tiny.
She's
So tiny. And
cute.
I know. I'm so excited that she was still there and still well. Very good. Quick.
Oh my God. The fact that she was like, they went home and then like I like slept about like I just kept dreaming about the cat. I wouldn't have even been able to go home. I would not have been able to go home. Shields and syrup is that. I'm sorry. I know I totally forgot to tell you guys to put your shields up. Sorry.
Shields up.
Sorry, I should have given you a warning on that one. But my God, the kitty, so cute. Oh my God, so cute. Okay. Do you have cats? I have one cat. Her name is Yuki, and she's my princess. Scattered night. Too late now, Nina. You know what, scattered night? I don't have a follow up to that. That was me right now. Oh no. Okay. Next story. This is a good story. Love conquers the Atlantic. Newfoundland couple's message in the bottle found in Ireland 13 years later. This is a cute story about love. I love love. Love is such a great thing. There's the message in the bottle. It says, from the shores of Newfoundland to the shores of Ireland comes the story of two young lovers frozen in time within the blue grass of a wine bottle. Glass. Separated by 5 time zones, 1,800 miles, and 13 years, the humble message in a bottle proves once again to have a unique power for connecting human beings. It was 2012, and Brad and Anita were enjoying a picnic on Bell Island off the coast of Newfoundland. The long-distance daters then got the idea to write a letter and stuff it in the wine bottle they had just emptied. Today we enjoyed dinner, this bottle of wine, and each other on the edge of the island, Anita wrote. Brad, then Greenhorn police officer, stood up and gave it all he had into the waters of Conception Bay, unsure if it cleared the rocks. On July 7th, according to the Canadian press, the bottle was found by Kate and John Gay on the Maurice Peninsula in southwest Ireland, over 1,800 miles away. That night, they broke it open with members of their local conservation society, read it out loud, and hurried to get in touch with the authors. Less than an hour later, a local named Martha Farrell confirmed to the Marquis Conservation Association that according to the text message she had just received, Brad and Anita were still in love, but now married with 3 children. Oh, I love that. And then I said, yay, love conquers all in the Atlantic Ocean, Farrell said in an interview. The Squires were married in 2016 and next year will celebrate their 10th wedding anniversary alongside their 2 teen and younger child. The Marquis Conversations Association co-founder by Farrell in 2016 is also celebrating its 10th anniversary next year. Anita and I both feel like we have new friends and we're all equally amazed, Brad Squires told the Canadian press. I guess we have some people to visit and trip to probably plan. Oh, yay! What a good story. I love this story. It's so heartwarming. I love love. It's so great. I love these kinds of stories. I know, right? Yard Witch is so cute. How dare you, E. Clay? E. Clay's calling this fake news. How dare you? Why do you have to rain on our parade?
How dare you?
God, E. Clay. I expect that from Russell Hall, E. Clay. Hello there, John T. King. Hello. Good to see you. E. Clay says, I gotta keep it real. Well, I got another message story, which I loved. And here is this other message story, which I think is adorable. This is really cute, you guys. I love this story. This is a cute story. Oh, no, not this one. Hang on. I shared the wrong one. Woman finds message on toilet paper roll written 35 years ago by a little girl. This is adorable. This is the toilet paper roll. It says a couple renovating their new home discovered hidden inside their loft a heartwarming message written by a little girl 35 years ago on the side of an empty toilet paper roll. Charlotte England Black found the touching note, which was concealed in the attic of their property in Nottingham, England in 1989 when the little girl was moving out. The 30-year-old moved into the house with her husband 5 months ago, but only found the hidden time capsule last Friday. The note was penned by Emma, who was 7 years old at the time, and time as a secret message for the home future owners. Written in a red marker, it read, "I hope you enjoy staying here. Lots of love from a friend." It began, "My name is Emma Weddingham. My birthday is February the 4th. I was born in 1982. I'm 7 years old and nearly 8. Charlotte immediately wondered where Emma was now. So she reached out to the Facebook community page in a bid to track her down. Amazingly, she was found within the hour. That's crazy. Social media is nuts. It's been up there years, Charlotte told SWNS news agency. It was discovered along an old sink, a vintage cap, and some used overalls. It was really cute. She'd obviously written it hoping someone would find it one day. It really is quite touching. There's the note again. We posted it on the community page on Facebook. Within 10 minutes, someone had tagged her in it, and others had commented saying they'd remember her from the street, which was great. I bet that she could easily be found, and it'd be nice for her. It's just the connection with the past. Oh, yeah, that is so cool. Today, Emma's last name is Smith, and she still lives in Nottingham. Now 43 years old, Emma doesn't remember penning the note, but says that she had fond memories of living there. I don't remember doing it and why I chose the toilet roll, she said. We'll forever be wondering. It was a loving place to spend those years. I had amazing wallpaper in my bedroom of Tom and Jerry. Oh, that's so cool to remember something like that from your childhood home. In the future, when Charlotte moves out, she plans to leave the cardboard tube in the attic for the next homeowners so they can also discover the time capsule. In another 35 years, someone else find it. It'll be nice to see if it gets found. Oh, that's so cool. I love these kind of stories. I love that. What a good story. What a good story. It's very heartwarming. Very, very heartwarming. So very sweet. Okay. Let me see. Oh, we got another cool quote here by Ads for $5. Says positive thinking will let you do everything better and than negative thinking will. Zig Ziglar. How do you know all these cool quotes? That's very cool. Thank you. I don't know who Zig Ziglar is. I don't think I've ever heard of this person. Zig Ziglar is an American author. I had never heard of this dude before, but nonetheless, that is a good quote. And I believe in that also. Thank you. All right, let's see here. We can go through this. I was saving this to see if I want to go through this, if we're going to have enough time, because the show's been going for a while now. But you know what? We'll just quickly go through it because I think it's really cool. So let's quickly go through this little article. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Wait, what happened? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. This all black goth house in Indiana is going viral. Wait until you see inside. This house is really cool looking, guys. This is wild. So it says a bold and mysterious house in Greenwood, Indiana is catching the internet's attention, and it's easy to see why. The complete black exterior of the 8,500 square foot house has gone viral on Zillow, but it's what's inside that really turns heads. This is the outside of the house. It's all black. The home belongs to Adam Stoner, a tattoo artist and podcaster who purchased the property in 2022. Back then, the entire house was a blank slate, white walls with white carpet, and very traditional vibe. That didn't take long because this dude went on to make this house like completely black, turned it black. The whole place was white and carpet was all white. Stoner told Fox 59. We didn't even have the chance to fully update everything, but we're like everything about this house needs to change. And change it did. So they turned it from obviously from white to black. And then they had the inside looks absolutely incredible. This is a gorgeous house. The Stoner transforms the home into a reflection of his unique personality and love for all things eerie and unconventional. He describes the aesthetics as Vegas goth, a mix of dark glamour, spooky vibes, and dramatic flair. He's fascinated by the paranormal and loves scary movies, which is reflected throughout the home's moody design. Look at these pictures, man. This looks amazing. Now listed for $1.2 million on Zillow. The house is drawing curious eyes from all over the place. Dude, that's actually a really good price for a house that massive. Look at this kitchen. That looks cool, man. Would you like to live in a place like this? Or at least take a tour? I definitely take a tour. I don't know about live, but it's a cool house. I love this. I love the style of like when you walk in and there's like a stairwell, like a curved stairwell. That's really cool. Look at this theater room. That's so nice. I want this theater room. That's so nice. Look at this. That's so cool. Look at this chair. Very gothic. Look at this mirror. I feel like that mirror is like the one from Snow White. I'd go up to him and be like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Is that a lion? My goodness. I like this Edgar Allan Poe painting. It's like a music room or something. It's really cool, man. They have a pool. I think they have way more pictures on the thing, the website. Where did it go? There it is. Let's see. I mean, I think that this house is going to sell really fast. Oops. Here it is. Look at this house. 94 photos. Ooh, it's a 3D tour. Whoa. Look, you guys, we can take a 3D tour of the place. Are you guys seeing this? Whoa. Let's go upstairs. Whoa. I'm tripping out. Oh my God, it's like a video game. Whoa. There's a lion. Let's go look at it. Oh my God. This is a weird angle. My goodness. Look at this bookcase here. This is just weird. Okay, so here's the bedroom. I feel like I'm like going to this dude's house. Whoa, look at this bathroom. That's nice. Ooh, look at this shower. Whoa. Can I go through the door? No, I can't go through the door. Whoa, man. This is wild. It's weird that you can do these 3D tours now. Wait, can you go outside? Whoa. Oh my God, I did. We just saw this guy's house. Look at this view. Look at that green. That's a nice pool. Let's go back inside. Whoa, man. Are you guys tripping out like I am? Whoa. I really like these stairs. Here's the dining room. Whoa, look at this skull thing. That's a nice couch. TV room. Little way to the kitchen. Those cabinets are nice. They should do a thing though. They should do like, since everything is black, they should do like the cabinets in white. It would be like a very juxtaposed. They'll stand out a lot more. Crazy, man. You gotta love technology. But it's also creepy. Look at these curtains. It's kind of creepy. Whoa. Whoa, look at this door. That was cool. Dude, this house is massive. Look at this cool bar. I want that. There's the pool. Oh my God. All right. That's enough of that. That house was insane. If you guys are interested in that house, maybe you want to buy the house. Maybe you're like, you know what? I want to put an offer on this house. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If you do put in an offer for the house and you do end up buying it, I expect an invite to the housewarming party. Eclaim, member for 30 months. When do we get a 3D tour of your house? God, never. Never, ever. That is like such a weird, like, That is such a weird invasion of privacy. Like, I can understand if you're doing it because you're selling the house, you're like, I'm not gonna live here anymore. But hell to the no, Eagle. God no. That sounds awful. I know, kiss my groin. It's not even that expensive. That's a good price for that house. I mean, I guess the real question is, do you really want to live in Indiana? Like that, I guess that's the question. Hey, they got a good basketball team. Okay. Here is the last couple of stories, which are just cute videos, basically. Oops. So this is this one says, what happens when a man with a hose meets a group of kids? Pure magic. Look, I don't want to hear it, guys, because I know this is
Hey, phrase it.
but I don't want to hear it. Here's the video. Here's a very old video. Look, he literally has a hose, people. I love that sound of kids screaming. It's like one of the sweetest sounds. You know what's weird is I remember when I was little, I remember like in the summer, like my uncle would do this. Like he would take the hose and he would like spray all of our like all of the cousins and all our kids. And we would do the exact same thing. We'd be screaming. We'd want him to like, and we call it like rain. Like, so we would be like, go make rain again, go make rain. And like, we would pretend it's raining and like, we would just go underneath the thing, especially when it was really hot. I remember those moments. I just can't help but wonder if like these kids are those kids are going to remember the same moments and be like, I love that game when that guy would play rain with us. It's really sweet. Those are really nice memories. When you would play with all the kids and you pretend it's raining. And then we would like he would like do it in a way like in a weird way in the sun so that like you could see the rainbow. So he would make rainbows and we would all try and do it. Or like trying to like get the hose in the right direction in the sun so that you can see the rainbow. Did you guys ever do that? Ian so forth. The heck is this? Are we virtually robbing someone? I mean, I guess in a way that could be a thing. Speaking of weird things, this is also weird. Chicken or pigeon? The internet can't believe this bird is real. I couldn't believe this was real. What the hell is this thing? I thought this was like freaking AI for a second. Look at this thing. What the? I'm trying not to. These things are bizarre looking. So, but this is what they are. At first glance, you might think it's a chicken, but take a closer look and a bizarre looking bird's actually a Maltese pigeon. And the internet's having a hard time believing it's real. Also known as the Banat chicken pigeon, this fancy pigeon breed is known for its unusually long neck and body, making it look eerily similar to the old-fashioned chicken. Originally in the Banat region, now part of Serbia and Romania, This bird's unique shape continues to spark curiosity and confusion. Is it a chicken? Is it a pigeon? Technically, it's 100% pigeon. But we wouldn't blame you for doing a double take. Look, you know what I'm amazed about is I'm constantly amazed about the fact that that we still haven't seen everything on Earth, even with the internet. Like, there's still things to be surprised about. Like, I find that really interesting. That, like, we're still talking about, like, what the heck is this creature that, like, is obviously a very prominent thing and where it's located, but everybody else in the world is like, the heck is even that? Like me. I mean, that's a weird looking bird, man. I tell you, that's a weird looking bird. Oh boy. That bird was weird looking. It's a chigian. Do you want those as pets? No. Not even a little bit. I saw them on IG. I think it's AI. I don't know. I think it's real. I think that was real. Sure it isn't AI. Apparently they're called Maltese chickens. Or whatever the hell I just read you. That's what they are. It reminds me of those the rubber chicken things. It looks like a tall pigeon. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. Those pigeons didn't skip leg day. Yeah, exactly. All right. Time for the final story of the day. And it's none other than a bear video. Because bears are funny. Bear versus sprinkler. Hilarious garden moment caught on camera. Here we go. It's so stupid, but it's funny. Hold on, we gotta watch it again. It's so stupid. Bear's like, wait. He's like, what is that? And then he gets screwed. It's Bear's turn. Oh my god. That poor bear. He got screwed. Ah. Oh, that's just funny. That's just funny. All right. That's it. That's it for the show, people. 200-watt studios for $5 says, I think there's something wrong with that house. Never seen a price change cut of $204K. 7 out of 5 on a house before. Yeah, that's weird, right? I don't know. Look, if you buy the house, I expect a invite to the house party. Just letting you know. But it is weird. It was weird. Definitely. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know. But thank you, 201 Studios. And thank you to everyone today. Russell Hall is the #1 fan. I just checked. He kept his ranking, which is just funny. And I just wanted to thank everyone, each and every one of you, for being here tonight and helping me complete episode 243 of Infinite Hope. And I want a special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted membership, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Rumble rants too. Thank you. Although I don't think we had any Rumble rants today, but still, thank you for watching over on Rumble. And I will be back very soon. I think this week we're going to definitely do the Sopranos review. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to do the retroactive review. And Russell Hall loves Nina. This is true. He does. 200 Watt Studio says, you're invited to my house now. No. I just want to go to that house. But thank you. That is very sweet. That's very sweet. You guys are so funny. Bye, Achilles. Thank you, everyone, for being here and just having fun every Friday. Remember that this week, this coming up week, to practice empathy and kindness and be kind to one another, be kind to yourselves and all that good stuff. Be good people, be good humans. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone. Bye. Where's my outro?
I know you are mine, come rain or come shine. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today. I don't want to waste no more of our precious time. Give me some good news. Give me some good news.